My next guest joined me in the newsroom when Cash for Clunkers got rolling last month. We've invited them back now that the program is near the end of the road. Jeffrey Pohanko operates the dealerships in the Washington, D.C. metro area. He is in Marlow Heights, Maryland. Jeffrey, good to see you again, sir.
Glad to be back.
And automotive expert Lauren Fix is in Buffalo. Lauren, as always, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Tony.
All right, Jeffrey, I'm going to start with you. You know, I got to tell you, I think you've been really balanced in your conversation about this program. You've said the program has been wildly successful, but the bureaucracy has been an absolute nightmare. Let's break this apart here. Explain the wildly successful part from your point of view.
Well, the program has been very successful to the consumer. They've responded. I think in the last 4 weeks, our industry would have sold about 750,000 cars under the Cash for Clunker program. So I would say wildly successful from a consumer standpoint, somewhat of a frustration from an administrative standpoint.
Tell me why. What's been the nightmare, the headache for you?
Well, which should be a pretty simple process, trading an old car and a new car. The law was 18 pages. The regulations were 160 pages. We had great difficulty even submitting claims in the first week of the program. It would take 2 hours or more to submit one claim. The computer would crash, and that has been fixed. But we'll sell up to 800 cars through this program by come Monday. But of the 550 we've already submitted, very few have been reviewed yet, and only 10 have been paid.
Only 10?
Only 10. We'll have about $3 million. Our company alone will have about $3 million into this program come Monday.
Lauren, you've been pretty clear on this. You have not been a fan of this program, so give me the list of I told you so's. Come on.
Well, first off, it is great that people like Jeff and the rest of the dealers around the country are getting rid of their 2008 and 2009 models, because traditionally, and he'll tell you, Labor Day is a huge weekend from that point on with all the new models coming in. So this is good for them to clear their lots for the new cars. Now, that I told you so is I knew that there would be a bigger impact than what you saw on the surface. Yes, it's great for the consumer, but look at the local repair shops. I've talked to many of the different chains that thought sales would be up because people are not keeping their cars and trading in for new cars, which is good. It has caused the repair business to actually lay people off. So that hasn't helped either. And I'm sure that it's going to impact all the dealerships as far as their service department. You want people to bring their cars back and get them serviced. It's really important because there's a lot of profit to be made for the dealership network there. Also, on the other hand, I knew that the government would have some issues in paying back consumers because Citibank is the one that's handling all the paperwork and the financial end of that.
Okay.
I know that there's a lot of government stuff, but this is a much bigger picture. And again, I know the impact was, again, a knee-jerk reaction. We should have done this before the bankruptcy, so no dealer was affected in a negative way.
All right, well, Jeff, let me ask you something. Do you believe ultimately that you will get your money for these deals?
I'm confident that we will be paid, but we're worried that this might be musical chairs, that more cars have been sold than maybe there's funding for the program. We don't really know. Now, Monday, 8 o'clock is the last time we can submit a claim for the program to be paid. But we're worried if there are more than 750,000 applications put in, there won't be enough money. So it's possible someone will be left standing once the musical chairs is over. That's our concern. And also, they've given us 3 days notice to put these deals through. We've been doing it. It's a complex program. There's about 16 different things we must supply. And it's been a really difficult administrative program.
Yeah.
Now, it's one thing to have stimulus, but you've got to be able to back it up with support, and they just haven't given it to us.
Lauren, in the final analysis here, was this a good idea? Maybe poorly executed, but was it a good idea? I'm trying to think of, you know, where we would be. We'll be talking about moving 450 to 600,000 cars in about a month's time, if not for this program?
Oh, that's great. Well, I think it would have happened over a period of time. People eventually need to have their cars replaced, whether it's a lease or their car wears down and it needs to be repaired. So in the bigger picture, it's great for the dealer. It should have been done before the bankruptcy, and it should have been broader, allowed more people to be eligible for it. My big concern is the repossession factor, and I'm sure that we won't know that till down the road. We may be having that conversation, and then I can say, I told you so. But a lot of people went and purchased cars, and they have insurance payments, and you have to think that we don't know what the future is. Hopefully, I'm hoping the economy continues to grow. It'd be really great for everyone. But the big picture is, I think that the auto dealers should have tried this before going through the bankruptcy route, and I really feel bad for the many, many dealers who have had less than a third of their money received. Some dealers, none, with thousands of deals paid out, and it affects their cash flow, and they can't meet their payroll when you've got to pay your bills. You got to, you know, how are you going to do it?
Yeah, I will tell you this, Jeff, the last time you were here, you were a lot more energetic. Something tells me this whole bureaucratic process has beat you down a little bit. Do I have that right?
I'm beaten down. You're going to be surprised, shocked. There are going to be some sales records made this month. I heard from our Honda regional manager that Honda was on track to have the best August in their sales in their history. So once the smoke clears, the dust settles, this program will be amazingly successful in terms of generating sales. It's put major stress on America's auto dealers who were given promises that we'd be paid within 10 days. I know that's not how the government pays, 30 days, 60 days,
right.
90 days. But we went in, and it's in the law that we must be paid within 10 days, and that's not happening. And we're not seeing any improvement, really, in the payment cycle. It could put some dealers really close to going out of business because it's hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of cash flow they don't have.
Wow.
But it's a great program. I think they should fix the administrative programs, continue the program, and one of the things to think about, this is cheap stimulus. It only costs 60 cents on the dollar. The reason for that is up to 40% or more of the stimulus money goes right back to the state in terms of sales tax right away. So tell me, a stimulus that only gets $1 worth of bang, only costs 60 cents. There isn't one. This is great stimulus, doesn't cost a lot, and workers are being hired right now. The factories are cranking back up. You're going to be surprised when the results are in, once this is over.
Well, Jeff, hang in there. Hang in there. I know it's been a long day for you, and it's going to be a really long weekend, but hang in there. And Lauren, great to see you as always. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you.